What up, guys? Alchemist here. It's something nice for you. So here goes a video on things you probably missed from Destiny's developer gameplay of Final Shape. Now, right here, we may have a new exotic or a new aspect coming into the game of Final Shape. So right here, the Titan shoots a wave launch, strand wave launch from Iron Banner, right? Nothing happens, right? He goes in, he shade step, he does the arc shade step that Titans got on their arc build, right? And it leaves behind a tangle that blows up and sever the enemies that got hit by the explosion. Now, if I remember correctly, make sure I double check, because at first I was like, oh, maybe he copied the exotic perks on the hunter when it comes to what it's called bombardiers. Maybe bombardiers does freaking suspend when you shade step, but it don't. The hunter's bombardier do sever, and that's not the bomb that you would see when it comes to hunters doing that. So it's one or two things. It's a new aspect that they're giving hunters. The reason I say hunters, it would be very weird if a Titan or a Warlock used their class ability and that strand tangle ball popped up in front of them and blew up and suspended enemies that they just put their class ability in. It seems pretty weird, right? So that seems like a hunter-ish ability. It looks like the hunter with shade step, just like the hunter would put out their shadow clone, shade step, and leave that clone there, or do bombardier to shade step and leave a bomb there. This seems like a hunter ability. It seems like a hunter shade step. They leave a tangle ball there, it blows up and it suspends anyone that gets hit there, right? So my guess is hunters get a new strand aspect, right? No, because this is a Titan. A Titan cannot take a hunter's aspect and put it in their prismatic thing. They can only use whatever ability they got a name prismatic. Unless I'm wrong, unless Bungie left that info out and we can use whatever aspect we want from the other subclasses, Warlock and Hunters. Unless they left that out the bite, which would be busted. Me being able to use whatever I want from the other classes when it comes to aspects, that would be busted. But I don't think that's the case here. What I think what's happening here is Hunters are getting a new exotic armor piece for Strand. And that exotic armor piece gonna let Hunters shade step that leaves a bomb there that suspend people, right? And the reason why the Titan has it in this picture right here is because he got the exotic class piece on that let him copy whatever exotic armor on any armor piece between whatever classes. Now that one you can copy off of whatever classes. So I'm thinking the Titan is copying a new hunter exotic strand exotic piece that they're coming out in Final Shape, where if a hunter shade step, it leaves a bomb there that blows up and does sever. I mean, it does suspend. Now, do I think that's too close to Bombardier when it comes to creativity? Yes. Do I think that exotic piece is dope though? Yes. I would prefer suspend over sever any day of the week. So, yeah. New exotics are definitely coming in Final Shape when it comes to armor. This was a, right point blank in your face. It was subtle. There we go. We are getting new exotic armor pieces in Final Shape, in case some people was wondering what's that happening. Of course, we get it. It's an expansion, but that confirms it. That's one of them that they spoil you, that you had to be paying attention to actually see, They finally changed how perks, buffs on your character work now. Now, whenever you activate a class ability buff on yourself, Bungie put it in the middle left center of the screen, letting you know these are your class ability buffs and debuffs, and then your weapon buffs are now located above your super bar. So if you activate like Swashbuckler, Frenzy, all the type of stuff, it will be above your super bar, letting you know your weapon buffs are down here and your ability buffs are up here. So I'm glad Bungie organized that for us to know, and it looks like they do left to right. So Swashbuckler would be your first buff will be near your super, and then it'll read left to right instead of going up to down when it comes to the weapon buff down by your super bar, which is pretty good, organizing the difference so we can see every buff that's on our Guardian. So at the beginning of the video, they show off the new subclass called Prismatic. This subclass is very different because it did not go based off of the normal standards of subclasses. Subclasses, you usually get a skill tree that's specifically targeted towards that subclass, and you get a super specifically for that subclass. Prismatic actually adds a whole new mechanic to the game where you don't have a super with this subclass. You actually is able to mix and match whatever subclass abilities from all your other subclasses to build this subclass called Prismatic. As you can see in the bottom left, the hunter has the solar radiant sage step on for hunters. He have the stasis melee on with the shurikens, and then he have the grapple grenade on from Strand, and then you have the arc, the new arc super hunters gonna be getting when they throw their blade and teleport as this super. And then there's a new bar under the super called Prismatic, where when you activate it, the hunter end up getting a new grenade that does like solar and solar and stasis together as a spike grenade form. It shoots out stasis first, and then it changes to a fire tornado, breaking the enemies that just got turned into stasis crystals and igniting them, which is pretty crazy to me, that the fact that we'll be able to have two supers technically. The Prismatic bar, which give us our fused elemental grenade ability, and then we'll have our regular super that we decide we want to have. So we'll have two different supers, so to speak, in our kit. And in the footage, when you kill enemies while your Prismatic bar is active, it extends the duration of Prismatic. So that is very unique for us to be able to have basically two supers in our kit. Just a whole new mechanic in general. How much damage the grenade does, I don't know. Will it one shot in Crucible? I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see when it drops. So in this footage right here, y'all gotta pay attention. I'm gonna play it once and then I'm gonna talk over it when what happens. But I'm gonna play it first and then I'm gonna talk about what happens here to show like how crazy this new Prismatic system is, and the new class exotic armor.
Class in the final shape, where you can combine certain class abilities from different damage types together.
Getting light and dark and mastering it. No one.
Okay, so this hunter here,
The new subclass.
he punched off this Scion. He goes invisible. When he punched off the Scion, he went invisible. That is the Assassin Cow exotic that hunters have, where when we get a melee kill, we go invisible, get our health back. But also, if you pay attention to the left side of the screen, when he punched that enemy, he also got cross counter to activate, which is part of the Liar's Handshake exotic for the hunter. And if you pay attention, when he punched this Scion, you do not see Liar's Handshake on his hunter's arm, right?
Subclass in the final shape.
You don't see it on the hunter's arm when he punched the Scion. So this hunter is clearly using the new exotic class item, where he has two exotic perks on at the exact same time. Essentially, we have two exotic, we can now equip two exotic armors. And this hunter right now has Assassin Cow and Liar's Handshake in the same class item right now. Not only that, this hunter has on the fragment in the solar build, where you get a powerful melee kill, you get radiant for yourself and your whole teammates, because he also becomes radiant after he gets that punch kill. He also has sparkle resistance on, so you have the fragment, the arc fragment on, where when he's surrounded by enemies, he get resistance. He also shade steps, making the two aspects he got on is the shade step, where he makes a shadow clone this strand, and when he shade step, he slow enemies around him. Is also what we're seeing here. This is what I mean by Prismatic has so many levels of build crafting to it. He's using the arc melee with combination below. As you see me start killing enemies on the side over here, he's getting combination below counters on him. He got the void magnetic grenade on. He still got the arc super on that lets him teleport when he throw it. And then he just got a regular marksman dodge on it, right? The build crafting gonna be insane. I forgot the math formula for it, but a good example, and I'll probably put it on the screen. Let's say you took one solar aspect, right? We have 3 light subclasses and 2 dark subclasses. each of them having the minimum of 2 aspects. I know some have 3 and 4 aspects, but just keep this math simple. Each subclass has a minimum of 2 aspects, right? So you take that one solar aspect and you think of all the combinations that it can connect with in each subclass, equating up to 9 different combinations you can make with just that one solar aspect that you got on your character, right? Just that one solar aspect. If I did the math right, 2, 4, 6, 8, and then 1 in your solar build, 9. Okay, you got 9 aspects that you connect with that one solar aspect you chose as a combination. That's just one combination off of that one solar aspect, and you can do that combination number with all the other number aspects you have in your kit. So if you do, again, this is me doing bare minimum math. The full math probably be on screen, but just do 9 times the 5 subclasses you got. That's 45 different combinations with just doing one aspect combination in each subclass. That's 1. Do that twice, minimum 2. That's 90 goddamn different aspect combinations you can come up with in your subclass. And again, some subclasses have more than 2 aspects. So the build crafting finna be insane. Based on what I noticed here, you'll be able to do 2 aspects of whatever subclass you want. You can use whatever melee you want from each subclass, whatever grenade you want from each subclass, whatever class ability you want from each subclass, and you can equip whatever fragment you want from each subclass. That's insane when it comes to build crafting. That is like some real RPG elements, and I love that ish. And this not even implementing the exotic guns that you can add to your kit to improve your build that you make and enhance it or change it up or focus it around that exotic gun. And just don't even add the fact that your exotic class item will be able to have 2 exotic perks in it from any class. Okay, from any class, not just the class you're on, from any class. Now, of course, there are some outliers. There are gonna be some perks we won't be able to copy. Like a Titan will not be able to have Stumpy's exotic perk on his class item because Titans don't have double jump or triple jump. Okay, so you know, cases like that, or Radiant Flux, for example, Titan wouldn't be able to get the exotic perk Radiant Flux in his class item because it's like you don't have Arstrata. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, there's some outlier exotics that's like too niche for someone to copy. But all the neutral ones like Ophidian Aspect or Assassin Cowl and stuff, freaking Gear Falcon, all them type of things, everybody will be able to copy those perks on their class items. So the build crafting becomes insane. There's so many moments where I was like, bro, if I had that exotic on my hunter that the Warlocks of Titan just got, I would be cracked right now. So the build crafting is gonna be insane. And I forgot the name of the helmet that the Warlocks got to make them blink. Hunters can use that now because hunters do got blink, so we can utilize that exotic perk in a class item if we want to use it. The possibilities are endless. You use that blink, Gear Falcon, so now when you blink and you volatile everybody around you, whenever you shoot somebody, you volatile everybody around you. You see the vision? The vision is there. And then of course, you have to have light and dark qualities on you because you have to try to build up that bar of prismatic, because you got to fill a light bar and a dark bar together to get prismatic super to use your prismatic ability that they give you. Now, some people may be like, dang, why do we only have one prismatic thing to use? Like when you get that bar full, the only thing you unlocking is that fusion grenade, not the actual fusion grenade, but that fusion grenade that Bungie gives us in the Vidoc when it comes to, the hunter got the stasis and solar spike grenade combo, and I think Warlock's got the void and void and strand combo, whatever grenade. Bungie, that's a good thing and bad thing. We may have more unlocked, and Bungie just showed just this one iteration of prismatic combination we get with our super with prismatic, or this is just Bungie letting us know in the future we will be getting more prismatic combinations of fusion 2 elements together to give our Guardian something unique to use as an ability whenever we use our prismatic bar. regardless, there's infinite potential here. Bungie did a great job here. They did a great job. Another thing that they actually did in the Vidoc was they said weapon bonuses will be able to stack with other weapon bonuses that's not supposed to be stacking. So I wondered, when you activate prismatic, do Bungie take off the buff cap off during that moment? So right now in the game, it's like if you have a damage bonus that's higher than another damage bonus, they do not stack, it overwrites it. But right here, Bungie says weapon bonuses will be able to stack with other weapon bonuses that's not supposed to when you have prismatic on. So I wonder, how far does that go when it comes to being able to stack weapon bonuses with each other again? So I'm curious on how that one will work. Here's another example of using your exotic class item to copy other classes' exotic armor pieces. So the Titan right here, he's gonna melee the Screed, right? Not Screed, but the little goddamn the enemy. I'm just gonna say enemy because the name not hitting him right now. I'm not giving the name ain't hitting him right now. But he gonna hit this Scorn. There you go. He gonna hit the Scorn enemy, and he gonna go invisible, which is Assassin Cal on hunters. You get the melee kill, you go invisible. He gonna do that, and he gonna do whatever other stuff he do, right? Melee goes invisible because he just got the melee kill, right? As you can see, he got Cascade Point ready down there and Onslaught ready above his health bar, super bar, 2 weapon perks, and then you got the Knockout Amplify up here in the middle center. That's how you're doing mods now with the perks activation. And then you got the other exotic perk on Capri's Horn, whatever. I'm not a Titan man, I'm a Hunter man. I only play Hunter, okay? Capri's Horn. We put out the fire line, it goes back, we put out barricade. So the 2 exotics he rocking right now is Assassin Cal exotic perk and the Capri's Horn exotic perk. I just wanted to show this, letting you guys know they was not lying about taking exotic perks from any exotic armor, whether it's your class or not. He's using a Hunter class exotic armor perk and a Titan class, and he's a Titan. And it's crazy, he using the Titan strand that give him multiple charges of melees, and then he's spamming concentration, how you pronounce it, for the Titan jump in the air and slam on the ground with the fire. All in all, I want to get this video out just to let people know that prismatic goes deeper than what people are thinking when it comes to the build crafting. It really does. Being able to choose whatever aspect you want from whatever subclass you have, whatever fragment you want from whatever subclass, whatever melee, whatever grenade, whatever class ability, and whatever super, really changed this game into a real loot and shooter RPG. This makes the skill tree just as big, scratch that, even better than the skill tree in Destiny 1. And again, that's not even implying the exotic weapons you can get to help your build out, the exotic armor perks that you're going to be able to build into your build craft as well, of whatever exotic perks you want from all the exotic armors that's in the game, except super niche ones. And it's not even implementing whatever artifact is out during that season to even enhance your builds even more. Like, the build crafting finna be insane inside Destiny, with infinite possibilities of different builds that you're gonna see a new build someone making almost every day. And this just goes to show my video in the past when I said it's Bungie evolving, and some people saying I was doing copium and stuff, but I seen the signs, bro, with Checkmate and stuff. I seen the signs. There was a reason why they were doing this much in Checkmate. They didn't want this to be broken inside PvP, and clearly they finna power creep the game. They're giving us these broken weapons and Into the Light. They're giving us these broken subclass prismatic. When Final Shape come, the difficulty in PvE is finna change and get shaken up tremendously, and I am all for it. I'm all for the difficulty. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Y'all probably let me know down below. Comment say, did you learn something new? I'm pretty sure some of you guys did not notice that new exotic perk that's coming out that the Titan did. He shade step, arc shade step, and made that tangle that suspended everything that was near him. I'm pretty sure y'all didn't notice that in the video. So give me a like if you didn't notice that. And until next time, and if you appreciate the breakdown of prismatic in case it was a little bit confusing for you and not understanding the really impact of that mechanic in this game, hit the like button. And until next time, stay up.